Welcome to the Business Boys Talkin-Business Virtual Power Lunch. Please welcome your hosts, Tyler Price and Brian Magleby.
There we go. Brian's like, oh, I don't have my mic on, and then I said, you don't need it. And
oh
then
man,
he's
is that,
like,
is that
quickly,
what are you saying? I mean,
you
loudmouth.
speak loudly. You speak.
Everybody
you are.
tells me that.
You know, it's not like a bad thing. So,
oh, it is. If you ask my twin brother, he came in my office the other day, and he went to everybody around in the offices around me and said, "Can you even do work with him? With loudmouth over there?" So.
Well, we are here.
Good to be back doing some talking business, man. We are back at it. Had a great show last week.
Yeah,
I think it was one of our biggest watched shows with President Amon.
Rick Amon, President Amon is doing great things. They had the ribbon cutting for the new facility where they're going to offer a lot of different trainings and things like
Let's
that.
Let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
I'm frozen on the screen.
Well, you...
So, but yeah, it's a little. I'm giving away my baby, but I gave it to President Amon, and
good things are going to happen with it.
Good things will happen, and that's what we're looking forward to. But it was a great show last week, President with him, and it was a great ribbon cutting the next day.
Yeah,
a lot of people there. There was probably 150 people.
Yeah,
at that.
It was well attended. Yeah,
and it was a who's who of who should be there.
I was hoping we were going to be able to drive that big case piece of equipment, but that wasn't on the. It was on mine, but not on theirs.
But it was a great week last week. We were excited for this week's show. Christy, Carlquist Real Estate, R1 Real Estate. What's going to happen in this market?
Something. I mean,
I think
this isn't new territory. I'm going to say that in terms of interest rates being where they are, this isn't something that hasn't happened before.
It isn't, but we hope that she can give us some peace of mind.
Yeah, we'll talk with someone that's smarter than you and I.
Amen to that.
Which isn't saying much.
Plus, she's a super entrepreneur. She has many different businesses. We're going to learn all about those businesses. Christy Carlquist, man, she's just got her hands in almost everything here in this town. It's exciting to have someone this involved, this successful here in this area on the show. So great, going to be a great show today. So. Let's talk about our sponsors, why don't we?
Yeah, well, we sure like our sponsors, and BBSI has been with us from the very beginning, made this thing happen, and next week we have
them
BBS
even on the
guys.
show.
Yep.
The big guy. When I say the big guy, everybody knows I'm talking about Troy Dean.
Yeah.
And he's going to be here with the boss.
Yeah. And they do great things there, from payroll to staffing to consulting to sales.
Staffing to hiring, they do it all.
Real people that know what they're really doing. So that's.
I can tell you this: every person on their staff is someone that I would hire hands down. That's how what a quality staff they have. Gonna have them on the show next week. We're excited about that. Full Pine Marketing keeps up to date each and every week. Excited. They just do some great things. They're one of our tenants at the Idaho Innovation Center, and I'll tell you that he's going to be teaching a class we're going to talk about here in a second. So we'll save that. But New Line Media.
Yeah, I think that this Tyson kid does some great things with.
Call him a kid. He's on the other side of the camera.
He's like 22 years old. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's older than that. He looks younger than us.
I've known the kid since he was a little kid.
Yeah, but he does great work. Yeah. He's got a cool channel that he talks about construction in the area.
He does, but videography, man, if you need any kind of video produced for your company.
Live streaming, content creation, animation. I mean, there is a list of things.
He goes on and on. He's a great producer and done some ads for us at the Idaho Innovation Center, one of our
other sponsors.
That's right. So if your business needs an office, I have one. I have 4 offices. That's the most I've had I've been there 7 years, and it's probably the most I've ever had.
And people looking to do it, I'll kind of toot Brian's horn. Sorry, I almost called you. I did, but anyway. But Brian Magleby, I do know you. But the businesses that leave the Innovation Center have a 95% success rate, which is just huge.
The opposite of
opposite of what the national average. So, and then of course the SBDC. The best kept secret in Idaho. If you're starting a business, if you are in business looking to get another set of eyes on it, classes, there's consulting, there's all sorts of stuff and majority of it's just free work.
Yep. Idaho SBD, some of our classes, there is a charge for it. But otherwise, the consulting, you'll never pay a dime for it. We guarantee your value.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the classes. We got the QuickBooks class actually ending tonight. But next week, we have digital marketing, and our own Ryan Jose,
yes.
say it right, will be doing the digital marketing class. If you want to, a business cannot exist today without being found online.
Yeah.
And the cheapest way of advertising is online too.
And Volpine really, they do a great job. They have national clients. They got local clients. They really know what they're doing. They understand the algorithms, and to come and take. I've sent people to this class, employees. I paid for them to go to this class. So
it's absolutely phenomenal. Starts next Wednesday. So if you haven't registered, I think it might be there on the screen. Do you have the flyer for just the digital marketing class? Ryan Yose's picture on it. Do you have that? You flash it up there. But if not, it starts next week. Go to Idaho SB. There it is. You can scan it with your phone, and go right to that class. It's $149, and I guarantee you'll get the value out of it in class number 1 or
your money back.
Your money back. That's my guarantee. That's how this class is just so good. You'll learn. Make sure you're presenting right on Google, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What's that new one? TikTok,
something like that. Yeah.
And YouTube. He'll make sure that you're properly presenting your company. It's a great class. Starts next Wednesday. So next week, why don't we give away maybe a 50% off to the class or something?
Oh, I was going to say a $49 discount. 50%.
So, but I would not hold out for that. Register now, and if you win it, then we'll credit you before the class gets started. So it starts next Wednesday. It runs every Wednesday in the month of October, 1:30 to 3 o'clock at the Idaho Innovation Center, and this is our most, I could say it's our most popular class at the Innovation Center. So highly recommend you doing that. And then a little tease for the sales strategy class coming up in November. We'll talk about it in coming weeks, but absolutely a great class too. I can tell you that it's the class that I feel most businesses should go to, and the least amount of businesses take that class. Yeah. And I go into that class every single time and say, there's not a company out there that couldn't benefit from content that's in, and that
sales matters.
It does. Yeah. Whether you do a service or a product, class you should be in. So once again, we're excited about today's show. Christy Carlquist Real Estate, R1, Idaho. Get all the names.
Yeti Jane. I mean, she goes by a lot of names.
She does. Style House Decor and Staging. She's also
with that one big group. What is it?
Business networking group.
We'll ask her.
She's the president of that group. It's a great networking group. We'll talk a little bit about it. So let's watch this kind of funny.
That's how she rolls.
This is how Christy rolls with Christy Carlquist Real Estate. This is kind of a 60-second fun video, and then we'll welcome Christy.
I'm a real estate agent. Running comps is my cardio. Prices going up, supply going down. Prices going up, supply going down. Oh, hey, have a good workout. Here's a towel. Here's my card. Hey, what's your credit score? You know, getting that listing is a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work, and you gotta be ready for it. What's this work anyway? Triplex? Failure? I do nothing to failure. I'm a 5-star real estate agent. I passed my test on the first time.
If that doesn't put a freaking smile on your face.
You could have an ad agency. Just letting you know that. Yeah. You always are doing something fun.
Wow. Welcome to Talkin-Business. It is great to have you here. Let's just start off with telling everybody the many different ventures.
Real estate, my number one. That's my day job. I know, like in social media, people see me doing lots of different things, but real estate is my day job. Yeah. The other things are, they're just for fun. They help my real estate business along as well. But we've got to enjoy the life that we live.
Yeah.
And I'm not a television watcher. And so I just find other ways to fill my time, and that's it. So in comes the Yeti Jane food truck.
Okay.
The Yeti Jane thing comes back to when I was in construction full time. I had a couple of tools that would disappear from job sites. I don't know if it was probably not malicious. It just clean up at the end of the day. They'd walk away with somebody. So I told my kids when they were little I needed to come up with a name or a sticker to put on my tools so people wouldn't pick up my tools.
Yeah.
Their original idea was Tankini Lumberjack, and we chopped that one off the block quick.
Okay.
So then they came back with Yeti Jane,
Yeti
and
Jane.
it's just stuck with that.
Yeah.
So we decided to make the food truck
So if
that.
you have tools that have Yeti Jane
Yeah.
on
Give
it,
them back.
turn them.
I need them
them-
back.
yeah.
They probably have a little bit of pink spray paint on them too. That was also effective. So, but
So you got that? And what
got the
else?
truck going. Yeah, that truck helps out with real estate open houses, fundraisers is the majority of it. I'm not parking on corners,
Right.
selling drinks for my day job.
Yeah.
We also opened up just recently Style House Staging and Decor,
Yeah.
which is something that we don't have here
Yes,
in all of Southeast Idaho. If you look to Boise or Salt Lake or even up into Montana, there are home staging services, and we don't have it here
Really?
until now.
Now you do.
Now we do, and we are full inventory on demand. So we're not just coming in and rearranging your belongings. We're doing full vacant listing stages.
Right.
Fill in the house.
Fill in the house.
Very
So,
good.
yeah.
So those are all your different adventures, and then on the side,
On the side,
you do some networking. We all know how important networking is. So
yeah. So we've got BNI, the Business Networking Group, B&G, and we meet every other Wednesday at the Idaho Innovation Center. I can't plug you guys enough in the SBTC and
she
all
took
of that.
this the QuickBooks
I
class.
did.
Just finishing up tonight.
I
In
did.
fact,
I
so-
might even graduate.
Yes, you will.
Maybe.
I signed the certificate before I left the
Oh,
office. You know, you let me pat on the back.
I'm in. I'm in.
You do have to show up tonight. To get it.
Okay, fair enough. I've also received free business coaching, consulting with that. I mean, I've taken advantage of a lot of the things that you guys have to offer. It's just fantastic. But we meet there as a group every other Wednesday, 12 to noon, quick and dirty. We have great speakers that come in. We hear from our members. When you step into those kind of groups, you have to go into those groups with not what can I get from it, but what can I give.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right now that what you put into that group, you will get back tenfold.
Yeah.
And I have made great business partners with that. Just even with the Yeti truck, my designer came from that group, and he won an award for the design on that. I mean, he did that great of a job on it. The wrap on the truck comes from that group. I mean, it's just endless.
Yeah.
What comes from putting yourself out there, networking, and doing the things that you may not see a paycheck from immediately, but is a part of building a really solid business and brand.
I think that goes overlooked sometimes. I think people get where they don't want to put themselves out there, but I think that's the biggest thing is how many of us really want to jump out in front of a group and lead it, right? And that's your big part of what B&G does. So how did you get into selling homes though? Because before you were doing remodels. Did you ever build one from bottom up?
No, sheds and playhouses, but never a house.
Yeah.
No, there's way more involved in that than what I did. But we could full on do a remodel.
Yeah.
For 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you said, oh, being a real estate agent looks easy, and
Yes.
here you go.
Yeah. So if you've ever been in the construction world, you realize that when you hire somebody, you actually lose money for a little bit because of what you put into them in training and all those things. And I was becoming to the point where I either could stay the same or I could scale. Part of that scaling was hiring and training people. And if you're in something that you just don't love or just don't want to do, that is your sign to get out. And it's okay to get out of things. There's no shame in that. There's why bang your head against the wall?
Yeah.
And that was the point where I was like, I'm already in this real estate space, remodeling these homes. I have an awesome knowledge of homes themselves, and so I just went full-time real estate because it's just a reason to do the things you don't want to do. Reason for it.
But there was a time where there were more agents than inventory. Is that a fair statement?
Yes. Yes. I don't know if you could look back at the history of real estate and see a more like volatile time
Oh, yeah.
that we have seen in the last just 3 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it has been a steady, almost predictable, thing for tens of years. I
Yeah.
mean, and now
Now
we're just curveball left and right.
Yeah. So tell us how. I mean, our audience obviously knows things are changing in that real estate market. So, is what is happening over the last few months? Do people need to be scared?
No, I don't. No, actually, I think we need to welcome it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I welcome it.
100%.
What we had the last 2 years, be it a lot of fun and craziness,
Yeah.
what we had was unrealistic expectations from the buyers and the sellers. I mean, there's no one group, here to blame. We have these buyers that were basically getting debt for free. I
Yeah.
mean, we had low interest rates that were just we could not sustain that.
No.
Then on the flip side, we have sellers that were just asking for the moon for their houses and getting it.
Getting it. That's
And
sad
that
part.
is not sustainable
No.
either. So what we're experiencing now is a return back to
It's
normal.
a correction of the market.
Yes.
folks. Correction of the market.
Yes, let's
That's-
bring reality back into it a little bit. We actually have to pay to have some debt. We, you have to be able to service that debt and pay that to have that debt. And we just cannot ask for the moon for our homes and expect to get it.
Yeah. No, I love the numbered streets. I live in the numbered streets. And when I was seeing what homes were going for, it was just like, what? They bought that house for $50,000. So it's like now they're getting $350 at times, but it was crazy. So with interest rates, though, they just bumped them again.
7% above 7.
Yeah, we're 7.25, almost 7.5 in some. Yeah, just in the last week, we've seen a 1.25
Wow.
increase.
And people are just freaking out about it. And yet, I know that my parents 25 years ago was paying over 16%. So so it's not like it's off the charts. Is it different than it was a year ago? Yes.
Well, and what's different is that the price of your parents' home was much less as well too. So we have to take that in consideration too. But our house prices will adjust as well. It will take a little longer. Like, Jerome Powell can flip a switch and our interest rates are changing like that.
Yeah.
Our house prices will adjust at a different rate, but it will happen.
Yeah.
I mean, we no longer do we have multiple offer situations. Unless the home comes onto the market at a just crazy price, then we'll see that happen. But we're, it's leveling out. I am seeing a lot of buyers with some leverage now. I'm able to get repairs made on the home. I'm able to ask for closing costs. All of those things are coming into play now.
Mm-hmm.
I have a friend that's in the mortgage business, and she comes to our group net meeting every week and says, "Settle the crap down." and it's what's expected, what should be happening in the market. But yeah, I think there's a lot of panic out there at this time.
Yeah, we're returning back to, so the last couple of years we had, let's sell, we have a ton of equity, or the state's closing down, we're moving out of that state into a state where we feel more comfortable in. We're leaving people buying and selling homes for those reasons, and we're getting back to we just had a baby, we want a larger home.
Yeah.
We got a new job, we're moving. We're older, we want to downsize. We're moving back to those reasons of why people buy and sell real estate.
So where do you see the opportunities then now? Because you did remodels. Did you flip homes at any of the stuff that you were doing?
Yes.
Okay. So those opportunities still obviously have always existed, but where is a real estate investor, not just a real estate person who's trying to buy their first home or upgrade their home, where do you feel opportunities are going? Which is kind of a crystal ball question.
Yeah. Where are our investor opportunities?
Yeah.
So our investor opportunities are very similar to where they were the last couple of years, right? You've got to kind of hunt to eat on those. Not a lot of them are just going to land in your lap. What we are seeing is we have not seen any foreclosures for the last 2.5 years, right? Now, if we're going to say that we're returning to that normal market, part of a normal market, foreclosures.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to come back onto the table. How many? You tell me.
Nothing like it used to be 10 years ago, 10, 12,
Right.
14 years ago,
Right.
but it's going to be happening.
But if our
slowly but
market,
surely.
if that market's returning back to what we call normal or where it should be, foreclosures come along with that as well.
Very good. I love the optimism, but I also love the bite of reality that absolutely phenomenal. So tell us about these other gigs that you're doing. Tell us why you've jumped into those.
Right. Well, like I said earlier, the food truck was a tool for me as a real estate agent to distinguish myself from other agents. I mean, if you want to build some grit in business, be a real estate agent. Yeah. I know everybody looks at it from the outside and thinks it's easy and
whatever.
We're overpaid.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've heard it 100 times before. Yeah. But you tell me another business. I mean, Tyler, how many other cosmetology schools are there? 2, 3?
Very, very limited.
Very few.
The cost to get into business is significant.
Yeah, there's 900 real estate agents. It is hard to eat. And I have to distinguish we all sell the same product. We all use the same documents. I have to distinguish myself from those agents. And that truck was a part of that. It was a mobile billboard. It was a party at your house when we're doing an open house. It was to draw in some buyers. And it was a tool for me to do that. So that's really what that was behind it. On the flip side, it's also for fundraising. I mean, we're just this next week, we've got a soccer team that's using the truck. They're going to fundraise for a trip. That's what I wanted. That's the purpose of it. That's the purpose of it. I don't sell drinks out of it. You know, on the corner for fun. So
good. And
you have made me a drink though out of that. Which I appreciated.
Yeah, it's fun. A good time.
But it was fun. Yeah.
It's like an adult lemonade stand,
right?
There
we go.
Without the alcohol, I suppose.
Yeah.
But and now Style House, when we step into Style House, I think anytime that you see something where there is a need and a market for it, and it's something you feel that you can do, I mean, why would you not strike on that, right?
Because that's been something that's brand new-ish.
Like, it's brand new in this area.
But when did you start it? I guess is what
we've been running about a month now.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it needed the last 2 years? 100% no. Because
things were just boom.
You could wake up in the morning and list your house and
doesn't matter whether it was ant infested or not, or no furniture in it at all.
No,
it would sell.
It would sell.
Yeah.
And so staging was not needed. Now, today, I mean, we're looking at just in Bonneville County, we're looking at 490 single-family dwellings active on the market right now.
Wow, because there was a time when that was under 100.
There's a lot of time when that was under 100. We were looking at 80, 60, right? We'd hit the weekend at 85, and we'd hit Monday morning at 35.
Wow.
Right? So now we have a market for it. Now our sellers, when we talk about coming back to reality, our sellers now need to take a step back, and they have to work for their money a little bit now. And if they're willing to work for that money, they're cleaning the house, they're staging the house, they're putting their best foot forward. And so this is now, like I said, an opportunity for me to advance my business. And not only that, just run it as a business itself for what it is. It doesn't help just my business. Anybody can stage their home.
Well, and you watch all the home improvement shows out there, and all of them are using staging companies. And that is so surprising. So that is the genius in Christy Carlquist, that she could see that there was an absence in the market, and that's what successful entrepreneurs need to do, is when they see an absence in the market, that they need to capitalize that and go for it. And congratulations for doing that.
Well, thank you. We just need to convince people now, because we're not used to it, right? And that's what we're doing now, is convincing people that there really is a psychology going on in the consumer's head when they step into a space.
I have a buddy that his side hustle is shooting for realtors, shooting the home, but also doing live video, which again isn't something we see up here. Mm-hmm. This dude is like just under 100 G's a year as his side hustle doing that.
Yeah.
So again, something that's probably needed in the area, but isn't quite here yet. Is that fair to say?
I think so. I think that we'll get there. I mean, we've always been this market that lags for some reason. I hate to use the word bubble, but we exist in one.
Yeah, it's kind of nice though.
It's nice. It sure is. Yeah. So it's, Style House is a part of that transformation, a part of that push to get us to where we can be.
Yeah.
And then she runs this networking group. She's the president of that. And I just have to say, in not mocking people that's been in doing it before her, but this lady has turned it around, has great speakers. It is a very valuable group, business networking group. So she's done that. Oh, by the way, She's a mom on the side.
Yeah,
on the side.
that's easy stuff though.
Yeah,
Kids always listen. They just do what they're asked. I mean, that's easy.
Not
100%. 100%. That's the cakewalk.
Yeah.
very, very good. Well, I have to say that you are just a mover and a shaker in the industry, and I love that. I just want to read some things as we always talk about that we do it. We send out a questionnaire for each of them, and some of the key factors of success. Systems are sexy. In real estate, no one gives you anything. Like you said multiple times, it's hunt to eat. Yeah. If you make the decision to work for yourself, then work for yourself. Another one. Number one rule of sales: ask for business, ask for help. Just ask. Have fun. It's your business, your dream. Make it what you want. And absolutely, there's a reason for Christy's success in business, in life, and everything else. I just really look up to you, Christy, and the work that you're doing. I mean, if you want to see, just like that opening video today, if you want to see some fun, she does little tutorial videos of how to change a light bulb in your house, how to change out a faucet. I mean, she does all these.
Some tile or something you were scraping up not too long
Yeah,
ago. So
yes,
that looked like a mess. But.
Yeah, my family loves that I'm stretching out a home renovation project for about 24 months. So that's their favorite part. Yeah.
What are you seeing anything with what the city has done with the additional dwelling unit in parts of Idaho Falls? Have you seen any of that start to trickle in at all?
Not yet.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that's driving that is our increased building costs. Right now we have our higher costs on materials. I'll put myself out there and make a guess. I'm going to say that those are going to come down just because the demand is coming down also. I mean, if we're going to see interest rates climb, fewer people are going to build homes. They're going to stay put a little more than they have the last couple of years. So I think that demand on the materials is going to come down. Then I think we'll see people going through the process of adding those ADUs to their property. I think it's fabulous.
Yeah, I do too.
Honestly, and if you understand the things behind it, the rules behind them, I think you can gain a little more support of them. The fact that it has to be your primary residence in order to have that dwelling there. That dwelling has to meet code. We can't just do pallets and a tarp and rent it out. That's not what's happening.
Airbnb it, baby.
Yeah, that's not what's happening. You have to have the adequate parking. I mean, there's a lot that goes into that, but I also think it's a great solution to some of our housing problems.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm in support of them. I don't want to take a lot of flack for that, but if you really dive in and look at what's going on behind them and how they're set up, there's a lot of properties that don't even have room.
Well, you got me to back you, and I know you got Tyler to back you, so we'll support you.
Yeah.
There's anyone out there that's going to challenge that. So, so I have a twin brother that's in the industry, and he bought a house and is adding that unit on as a rental unit.
Perfect.
So I could say that it's a going thing, and I think it's only going to get more and more popular.
Yep.
Very good. Is there anything else that I can't tell you the feedback that we had when we announced, and I announced it late
because everybody
yesterday.
likes her. So.
Yeah, that Christy was going to be on the show. That was exciting. Is there anything else that you would like to share with our listening audience?
Boy, I just really feel like there is anything that you want to do, you can find somebody to help you and support you. And I think that's what some people entering the small business world don't realize is that, and like I said before, the number one thing is to ask. Ask for help, ask for the business. I mean, that's how you're going to generate the sales and generate, the success with it. My staging company, I'm not putting the furniture into the homes.
Right.
I am not doing that. I had a phenomenal team of ladies that handle that. And I can't even express the amount of support that they are on this. We're getting off the ground and up and running. We're still in the red at this point, and that inventory is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you it's a lot of money to furnish a whole house, and we have multiple houses worth of inventory in a warehouse. So align yourself with the right people, and you will be on the right path.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. If you find yourself in a situation where those people are not helping you and supporting you, you've got to make some changes, and then you will find success.
Wow, that's the reason that we wanted to have Christy on the show. Positive outlook, positive, just I guess besides the one business that's not cash flow positive, but everything else she does, absolutely a
It'll
rock
get there.
star.
It's only been added a month.
That's right. It'll
Yeah.
2
get
more
there.
weeks, it'll be positive.
That's right.
Absolutely great. Well, thank you, Christy, for being on Talking Business. You're a mover and a shaker, and we just think the world of you out there making things happen here in Eastern Idaho. So, talk about this quote that you have.
Yeah, everything that settles is at the bottom. It's just kind of a statement again of what I just said. If you're going to work for yourself, you know, you've got to have a little bit of grit, and you've got to stop settling, and you've got to push yourself. Push yourself to have those systems that will make you successful. Push yourself to get up early and do the things that need to be done, and just stop settling for mediocrity. If that's what you want, that's great. You know, but if you want more, you just have to stop settling.
Stop settling. Very good. Well, we encourage you to keep watching. And I can put Christy up on the pedestal here. She topped our giveaways at the end. We should have probably teased this.
That's because you beat her up at the beginning.
I
of the thing.
did.
It's like, Brian,
questioned
relax,
about
man.
it.
This is our friend. Come on.
And I'll just tell you that we've got a great gift.
Yes.
You will want to tune in to learn about for the trivia question at the end of the show. We're going to give away.
You can tell them.
It's $100. Keep listening.
Yeah,
So
Christy
let's
ponied up. He's not messing
more
around.
than step to
He's
the
not
plate
messing
on
around.
that. So, but we're going to jump right in and do a little bit of training here. This is on a topic that I don't know if enough people realize how the importance of having this for every business that is out there.
Yeah, the SWOT analysis. You hear people. I always have to go. Okay, wait. What is that acronym for again?
Yeah.
But I know it's really inwardly looking and not settling. Right. I love the thing. If you settle, you're at the bottom. It makes me think of a septic tank. Quite honestly.
Exactly. So
I can only imagine what's at the bottom of a septic tank.
Solids.
Yeah.
that's right. So this is a simple thing that if you need a template for this, I do this in a lot of my trainings. But every business needs to know where they stand with strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And we've got this little template here that will help you in analyzing where your business is at. And the left side is the strengths and the opportunities are the opportunities and threats are external to your business, and the strengths and the weaknesses are the internal parts of the business. And this is all part of a training that we do, but I can tell you that if you want to have help with this, just let us know at the SBDC. We'll be glad to go through and talk you through on this, but this is a principle that every business needs to know. Is that right?
Yes, 100%. I think I implement something like this quarterly. We call it the 2,000 feet view.
Yeah.
So you take a step back quarterly, climb, and take a look down on your business, and it allows you to see all of these opportunities. If you just have to take a step back out of the day-to-day grind and get that 2,000-foot view.
It is. And this is something that I feel just like a business plan should be visited at least every year.
Well, quarterly here.
Quarterly.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But things change in business, and you've got to always be focused on what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and what can you do to turn those weaknesses into strengths.
Yeah.
Same thing on threats. What are your opportunities out there? What can you do to set yourself apart in your business versus what's the competition doing out there? How are they? Are they coming up with new ideas and you're missing out?
Well, and I think to that point, there's a lot of agents out there. You bought a truck. Do I think that truck? I think that helps separate it, but I think your knowledge also, when people start interacting with you, they really see, wow, Christy really knows real estate, right? But the truck's a fun little thing. That's bonus, but that's just a little more effort to have some sodas that you do and make some signature sodas and have a cool truck, right? But anyway, I always look at business. Sorry to cut you off. I always look at business as my competitor. Are they really my threat? I mean, they hold me to a standard that I better always strive to get better. Is more than a threat. Anyway.
Very good. Well, if you do you have the other page of the slide there? Yeah, there it is, right there. So this page, if you would like a copy of these, just let me know. You can call the number we're going to put on the screen here in a few minutes and text me. If I can email them to you, I'd be glad to send them to you. But this is a crucial thing in business to keep up to date in your business, to know exactly where you stand on a daily basis. So encourage you to make sure you have a SWOT analysis for your business. Good deal. Well, let's talk about the show next week.
Talk about the show next week or give away the $100?
No, we're going to wait till that till the very end to do that.
Yeah, next week's show, we got some cool guys showing up. I don't know how we're all going to fit.
I don't know. 4 big
Between me and
guys.
Troy and you. I don't know that Jeremy might have to be
I'm
up
just
front.
wide,
and
but
center.
you two are tall. But Troy Dean, a giant of a man, but man, he is just an amazing. I've known him for 10, 15 years. The guy is just a genius when it comes to doing some sales and his management. Just absolutely, he's a great addition, one of the newest additions to the BBSI team.
Yep.
And then we got Jeremy Hicks. And if you know Jeremy, who doesn't love Jeremy?
Yeah, good. I mean, he's a GQ with
GQ.
a nice voice and a brain to him too.
Yeah, and remind me, we got to have him update our opening greeting. We're the virtual power lunch, but anyway, it's going to be good to have Jeremy and Troy on the show. We'll try our best. We may be shoulder to shoulder in here, but we will.
It'll be tight.
We'll look forward to that. Hey, I'm excited. I'm going down to the Silicon Slopes.
I know. I was this close to going with you.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
It's a big conference. It's noted it's the biggest entrepreneurial and innovative conference on this side of the United States. Down in Salt Lake at the Vivint Arena. Is that what they still call that place?
Yeah.
So excited to go down to that for the next couple days and see what everything. I'll do a report next week of. They've got some Steve Young, Randy Garn. I've talked to him about being on the show. He will be on the show in some coming months.
Steve Young too.
I'll see what I can do to round up Steve Young. He may cost. He may cost $1 or two. So, but excited to go down to that show this week. But all right, well, let's a trivia question.
Yeah, what's a good trivia question?
I can come up with one.
I got one, but I think it's a very hard one. What's the name of Christie's staging company?
Oh,
Okay.
You might have to actually go back and listen to the show. I don't know. That's pretty. I mean, it's a hard question because it was mentioned briefly, but yeah. So it does have a name though.
It does,
100%.
And it's not Yeti Jane.
No,
And
Not Yeti Jane.
So
My
so
face,
do
yeah.
not put my number up there on the screen. Oh, what are you getting for it?
Man, $100.
$100.
To Hobby Lobby.
Baby.
Right.
So what? I mean, she's all over the home stuff, and that's just a great place to go. And we appreciate Christy doing that. And the phone starts to light up here. So text us 208-520-9400. People are hitting rewind. They already got us off the air.
I went hard on the question. So.
That is a more difficult, but for $100, it's well
you
worth
gotta
it.
earn it. Yeah.
So 208-520-9400. Text me if you want the $100 to Hobby Lobby. We appreciate Kirsty Carlquist. Absolutely a great superstar in this area, and we wish you the continued luck as you have a few challenges with the market changing, but we know that if there's anybody that's going to weather it, it'll be Kirsty Carlquist.
Thank
work
you.
hard.
Thank you. You guys are very kind. Thank you.
Very good. Well, we will look forward to seeing everybody next week. Have a great weekend, and
Man, we are only to Tuesday, right? All right. I'm
That's
ready
right.
but I'm ready for the weekend.
We are. So
Yeah.
anyway, we'll see everybody next week. Give us a thumbs up. This is how we end every show. Thanks, everybody.
Idaho Innovation Center, taking your business to the next level. The Idaho Innovation Center is a business incubator located in eastern Idaho, providing resources to companies where entrepreneurs can confidently and aggressively start and grow their small business through collaboration, education, mentoring, and shared resources. Here's what some tenants of the Idaho Innovation Center have said. The classes they hold at the Idaho Innovation Center have proven to be invaluable for my business and its growth. The Idaho Innovation Center has given my business the support when needed in areas of business strategy, marketing, networking, and growth opportunities. An innovative tenant said, "The training and mentoring has helped us accomplish things we would never have done on our own. Thank you." And a technology client said, "The Idaho Innovation Center has been a perfect partner for our startup. The The staff is focused on taking business to the next level, and we have. And finally, I would recommend the Idaho Innovation Center as the best resource to either start or grow your business in Eastern Idaho. The Idaho Innovation Center, stimulating entrepreneurial spirit and innovation through business growth and development in Eastern Idaho. At the Idaho Innovation Center, entrepreneurs can confidently grow their business through networking and educational opportunities with experienced business professionals. There is access to many free amenities, including one-on-one business mentoring and advising through the Small Business Development Center, conference room usage, and reception services. Everything we do at the Idaho Innovation Center is designed to help keep costs down and energy up for growth-oriented businesses. Idaho Innovation Center, taking your business to the next level.